Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here against Green Purple Luffy. We're still on Black Purple Luffy. This game is kind of rough, honestly. Thankfully, I was playing against the guy who gave me my Black Purple Luffy list, Mr. Kan. Really talented player and honestly just such a nice guy. Really put a lot of work into the One Piece community up here, so shout out to him. But this was my first time playing against Green Purple Luffy, and it was honestly, I was really happy I was playing against Kan just because of the fact that he was so helpful going over his deck as well as even going over my deck, allowing me if I wanted to take back plays and do things more optimally. So really shout out to my opponent. But yeah, I am looking for you guys who are new here. I have no interest in playing Green Purple Luffy, so I'm looking for decks that stomp Green Purple Luffy or at least have a good matchup into Green Purple Luffy that aren't Lucci. I don't really want to play Lucci. I don't hate like black decks, but they're not my favorite. I've thought about playing starter deck Luffy though. He does seem kind of fun, and I've heard he has a decent matchup. But I've also I want to play Marco as well as Odin. But yeah, honestly, we are just waiting. We are in the Blue Purple Luffy waiting room. I am not gonna lie to you guys. So our starting hand is kind of rough. I think I see a couple of cards I should have played down earlier in the game, but we are gonna go ahead and get into this. If you guys like my playmat or playmats similar to my playmat, go ahead, check out 1000noble.com, link in the description. This playmat was done for Luffy TV, so I don't own it, or I don't have it on my website, but it is on his website, and I did design it and make it for him. So we're going to go ahead. My opponent's going to play down the merry-go stage, and we are going to whiff our Law Surge. That should give you guys a perfectly good idea of how this game is going to go for us. And pass turn. I am sorry about the glare on my opponent's board. There's just so much glare down here at Sage's Portal in the basement. I try and find a good spot. This was not the spot, I guess. So 3 Dawn, my opponent's going to go ahead, tap 1 to play When You're at Sea, You Fight Against Pirates. That's going to allow him to search for a Straw Hat type crew character. Granted, it allows you to search Gamma Knife and other Heart Pirate and Kid Pirate things as well, but in this deck, it's Straw Hat crew. And he's going to grab the Sanji and Pudding. The Sanji and Pudding, kind of the lifeblood of this Green Purple Luffy deck. Tapping 1 Dawn to search again with Nami, grabbing a beautiful SP Usohachi. Oh man, those cards are so nice. But yeah, he's starting to build his book in hand. And with 1 Dawn up, his leader is still a 5k. He's going to go ahead, swing 6. And I'm going to take it, hoping to get something I can use, and that is something I can use. And there it is again. So my hand is looking really bricked right now, and I hate when my hand is bricked against decks that I have no idea what they do. So here, I think potentially I should have maybe played Bon Clay, help me get ramped faster, and I still would have been able to swing 6 into lead, but definitely because I have so many bricks in my hand and I'm so unfamiliar with the Green Purple Luffy matchup, I am going to go ahead, tap 4 and play down this Frankie, minusing the 2 Dawn leader ability, get it back, so I'm still at 4, but I am still able to swing 6, so not a terrible play there. We're going to pitch out, I think, Kaido there, and I think that's probably the best choice to draw 2 more cards, hoping to draw into some more counter, and we draw into our 3rd Sanji, which is kind of crazy, honestly. We'll go ahead, swing 6, get a life off of my opponent, and pass, and there I am showing my buddy, like, what is this hand, dude? What do I do? I think potentially, as nice as Frankie is, I think that I probably should have just played Bon Clay, started ramping, trying to get to the giant bricks I have in my hand faster. But my opponent is going to play down the Sanji and Pudding. That is what that bright white card on the field is. Wow, his field is all just white. I'm so sorry about the glare. I don't remember it being this bad for the Rosinante match, but leader ability, he's going to go ahead, get the Sanji and Pudding Dawn back, buff his leader up to a 6k leader. And yeah, I'm definitely in a place where I'm not feeling that comfortable here. I am going to go ahead. Here's a potential misplay. I go ahead and 2K. Probably should have just blocked. I don't have a lot of counter in my hand. And yeah, I think that Green Purple has a lot to rest Frankie. So probably should have used the opportunity to block with Frankie, keep that counter in my hand, or even take my life, which is my opponent is saying. He's telling me he's such a cool guy. He's like, hey, like, I know you're still learning the deck, but you know, the way I built the deck is you want to take life early. If you want to take back that 2K, you're totally welcome to. This is a chill tournament. Like, you know, we want to take life. We want to go, you know. And I'm like, I really appreciate that. I'm going to use this as a learning opportunity, take my life, and just keep playing. So Frankie's going to ramp him Arrested Dawn, and he is going to pass. He is, I believe, ahead of me on Dawn now, so unable to use the Merry Go, the purple stage card, to buff up Sanji and Pudding. And I have to use this opportunity. As much as now I'm feeling like, oh, I'd really like to play Bon Clay. I'd really like to do something else. And I'm just making sure that Sanji Pudding's still 5 cost, yes. And he's explaining, yeah, you know, didn't get the chance, you know, I'm ahead of Dawn. So we go ahead, play down the Sanji, popping the Sanji and Pudding. And we go ahead, go 6 into lead. Yeah, and the more I watch this game, the more I'm thinking I probably just should have blocked with Frankie earlier. We are going to get a life there, and that's going to be about it for us being able and comfortable to swing into life. Definitely feeling like potentially Bon Clay would have been a better play over that Frankie. I don't hate the Sanji play. I think that was a good opportunity. Probably the only time we'll be able to remove Sanji and Pudding with that 5-cost Sanji. So, you know, glad we took it. But yeah, I just definitely feel like the more I look at this, the more I think that Frankie was not the play, especially because I couldn't even swing. It'd be different if I could swing into leader, but since he was a 6K, I couldn't even swing into leader this turn. So there is plenty of chance that my Frankie is going to be rendered useless, unfortunately. And that, I think, is just being unfamiliar with what the deck plays and how the deck wants to play. Another Sanji Pudding coming down. He's got it, man. Of course, he's got the Sanji Pudding back up on deck here. Gonna get his leader up to 6K, restanding the Dawn with leader, restanding the Dawn with Sanji and Pudding. And honestly, the restanding Dawn mechanic that green decks I've noticed are doing with the addition of like Smoker, for instance, pretty it's kind of a pain in the butt. It makes the game a lot harder to, you know, win because they just have so much Dawn. I like it though. I do like it. I used to be a green hater, and I did play some Bonnie games, and that match felt unwinnable for Luffy, but still a Bonnie hater, but I like green a little more. I think I'd rather play a green deck than a Blackbeard. All my homies hate Blackbeard. If you made it this far and you also hate Blackbeard, let me know in the comments down below. I really hate that deck. But the Zoro is going to come down. Zoro's going to go ahead and arrest Frankie. And yeah, so really feeling like that play was not a good play. He's going to go ahead, swing into Frankie, and it's going to go ahead and leave the field. Swinging a 5 into lead, and I take this, hoping to get another counter, but we get another brick. Definitely rough. Another 6. I can't count out if I wanted, and yeah. Oh, definitely feel like this game, granted, I don't think that I fully lost to my deck, but I really feel like I lost to my deck. Definitely didn't feel like I had a good chance to try and learn this matchup, because I had nothing to do. And I really do feel that while Frankie was attempting play and not a terrible play on the 4 Dawn turn, I think Bon Clay would have been better, because now I'm sitting at 8 Dawn. I don't think I get above 8 Dawn this game, and I have seen all my Kaidos, all my Rush to Luffy. Definitely think that popping or trashing a Kaido would have been better there, but I am thinking, okay, like I'm almost at Kaido. Kaido can really help me clean up, but realistically, I'm also really afraid of dying to his board here. So I am leaving one up for Giant, which if I have to use Giant, I am not getting to Kaido. And this is something that I thought of the first time I watched this game back. I was like, why did I do that? Like, I should have just, I should have either trashed a Kaido, or I don't know. And I think you can tell here that I'm just kind of in a weird spot. I don't really know what to do. I feel like I have to clear board if I want a chance to survive and potentially come back. But I know he's got that secret Luffy. So he swings 7 into the Zoro, and he goes ahead and lets it go. And swings 7 into Frankie. He lets Frankie go. They've already done what they're going to do. And yeah, we have Sanji and Pudding and Nami on the board. That is what those 2 white squares on his board are, in the character line. In the back line, it says leader, as well as the Merry-Go stage, which I feel like Merry-Go is a bad translation. Pretty sure it's a bad translation, but yeah, I definitely feel like this game, I really had a really unfortunate hand. I think I made some pretty poor choices, but you know, I am still learning the deck. I was also really sick. I'm sure you guys can hear it in my voice. I am still kind of sick. Home from work today, trying to get some videos done so I can, you know, relax and maybe even, you know, not be sick anymore. But he is going to take the Sanji. The Sanji, so good, especially in that green purple deck. Yeah, I don't know. I have no desire to play the green purple deck, so I figure you guys are going to be seeing plenty of green at purple Luffy games, because I know my meta is going to be filled with green purple Luffy, and I'm sure a lot of other people are playing green and purple Luffy. So not me though. I'm built different, and by that I'm built incorrectly. I'm bad at this game. But Zoro gonna come down, search out another 2K Sanji, that beautiful Bandai, what was that, the Bandai event binder Sanji, with the gold trim. Oh, those are so nice. Really want the 9 moms from that, but I've got alt 9 moms and those are pretty good. So he's gonna go ahead, get his Dawn back from Sanji and Pudding there. I think that's Nami, Sanji and Pudding and Zoro on the field. So I mean, thankfully we were able to remove the 1 Sanji and Pudding earlier. Otherwise, he would have 2 Sanjis and Puddings on board, and that would really hurt. But 7 gonna come down, and I don't see the counter to get out of that. And with that much Dawn up, I'm not really sure what he's gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead, play down Giant -2 Dawn to drawing into 2 blocker laws here. And yeah, my hand, I have a counter in my hand now, but they're all 1Ks. I don't think I've seen a single 2K no, I saw 1 2K. I take that back. I saw 1 2K this game. He's gonna swing with the Nami, the disrespect. I think this is technically the Nami he played this turn, but he's got a Nami that he can swing with. I ain't bothered. I'm gonna swing, what is that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at lead. We'll go ahead and take, just because I knew I wouldn't have the counter to counter out of that. And we're gonna go ahead, block that 7K swing with lead, and we draw into another brick. So really, honestly, I should have scooped right here, but I do go ahead and play it out. Yeah, honestly, just a really rough game. I don't know. I feel like a lot of it was my deck. I think that I didn't make the optimal plays for sure. And here I really have no way to come back. So I'm gonna go ahead, drop Blocker Law. Blocker Law is gonna let me take 2. I'm gonna grab the beautiful 2K Sanji and a Giant. So would have been a huge law there if I had anything going for me, but unfortunately I don't. So can't even swing into his board, or can't even swing into his life with my leader because he is that 6K lead. And yeah, it's a tough one for me for sure. Not much I can do. I could play another blocker down. We'll go 2 into the Nami just to clear it. No way to really get rid of that Sanji and Pudding, and definitely don't have the counter in hand. So trying to figure out what I want to do. Potentially, I think here I've kind of already mentally scooped at the least. I don't think there's any way. I can't see a way out of this. If you guys can, let me know. For Dawn, though, no good way to swing into, or to for sure clear Sanji and Pudding. So we go ahead. We swing 7 into Sanji and Pudding. They're going to give us a 2K in that Usohachi. And we'll swing 8 into Sanji and Pudding. And they're probably just going to give us that 2K Sanji we should know they have. Oh, another beautiful Usohachi. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and pass and get as much counter together as we can and, you know, pray, I guess. Probably, I think clearing the Nami was fine with the Law. Maybe just swinging 6 in the lead. And then, yeah, he goes ahead, plays down Electric Luna just to have some Dawn to do Dawn things with, freezing the 2 bodies that are frozen. For a second, I did think it was the trigger where it just rests anything. If it was just the trigger, that'd be insane. Swinging 8 at lead here. If I counted correctly, I don't think I did. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 at lead. And I think I have the 1Ks to get out of it, but it's really tough. Do I give them all my 1Ks or the blockers? Potentially, realistically, probably should have played another blocker down, either the blocker, probably should have played blocker, what is his name? Frankie, that's his name, down last turn. So, he goes ahead, swings the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we go ahead, counter out to 12, but we're dead to the next swing. So, really unfortunate game for me. I think I just really didn't see much. I think potentially I probably should have used my Bon Clay earlier. Should have ramped. Should have potentially used more of my Frankies to cycle some of those dead cards out of my hand. But yeah, that was a tough one. I don't think it was tough because it was Green Purple Luffy. I really do feel like I lost a lot to my deck just not giving me much. Yeah, and I think that my mental wasn't very good, and I know in card games, when your mental is bad, you play like shit. So, but I did want to go over this, not just because it's Green Purple Luffy, well, partially because it's Green Purple Luffy, but this was a really rough tournament for me. But you know, I'm gonna play a couple other decks, and I'm looking for anything that's good into Green Purple Luffy. So, gonna be doing Marco, gonna be doing Odin. But next set, we're playing Snake Man, baby. I'm so excited. That deck looks so fun. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.